Okay, so for the 2-5-1, E minor, A7, D major. Here's your E minor. Pointer on E minor. Always add the blues note. Same thing for A. Put your pinky on the A. Put your blues note on it. And then pinky on the D for major. Put the blues note. Whoa. Okay, so we had a D. We had a G and an E minor, both the same scales. G major, E minor, same scale. And we had an A. And then we had either a D or a B minor, same scale. D major, B minor, same scale. Cool. The added notes. When you add your ring finger on the first two strings, you slide down one fret on the third and fourth strings. That gives you the Dorian scale, which is 2 rings, 2 middles. You can always do the blues note on the 5th string, and then your 6th string is always the same as the 1st string. We go up to the 5 chord, you want to use mixolydian, that's 2 middle fingers. And remember, you can add, instead of moving down 2 frets on the 3rd and 4th string, like this, you can get those same notes up here. Oh, sorry, here. And then you continue on the 6th string the same. So it's... And then for the major chord, you're doing one of each. The ring finger on the 1st string and the middle finger here. So that would look, if we did this here, it would look like add a note there and add a note there, and then blues, and then you have back to your ring finger. But we're going to mix it. You're going to do ring and then middle. So here you're going to slide a fret, then you're going to add the pinky on the next string. Is that all cool? And just remember, in every single scale, you can go 2 frets above the pinky, 2 frets below the pointer. So in the E minor, the Dorian, and however you finger those, you get the idea, right? And then, well, you can always add the blues note back in, which will always give you 3 notes per string. And same thing for all the other scales. And remember, every single one of those scales is just a mode of the D major scale, so they all have the same notes. When you add these notes here, or you add these notes to the Dorian, you get the same fingering, so the same set of notes exactly. Cool? So here's the chords again, a little slower. You're going to see E minor, 2 measures. Here's the A7, and then D, and then B minor, which is the same scale. So here's your E minor, A, okay, remember, for everything in that entire progression, you can stay on each of those scales. Here's all E minor. Or all A. Or all D. to get you going with that? Y'all cool with all those positions?
Yeah.
That's going to work for every single thing you ever see. That basic idea. We have to talk about the half diminished chords and diminished chords a little bit. Those we're going to treat a little differently. You're going to just basically stay away from any of the fives. You can do a lot of blues notes if you use the pentatonic thing. And diminished, we're just going to have to play a diminished scale. So this will get you through everything but basically diminished. Diminished is usually also dominant chords, so we can play over dominant chords and you can still make dominance work. So you'll see this works for everything, but you cool with everything we did tonight? All make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I got a little tired there, so the solos weren't quite as good as earlier, but you get the idea, right? Okay, rock and roll. I'm going to stop this.